Hey guys, it's me, and today we're going to do chapter 18 and 19 in our King James Version Bible. We're also going to mask up. Grab your masks. We're going to once again use the honey potion from Pharmacy. I keep using it. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. And as you can tell, we are finally getting to the point where like you can tell I've actually used it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mask up, get the Bible out, and I'll be right back. This is considered a heating mask, and it definitely warms up. It's not hot, it just gets warm. I can see how it would encourage like blood circulation. I have found that if I take my hands and do this, it like really makes this bottom part of this mask come in very tight and does good things. Okay, glasses. And we are, can I get glasses in here? Woohoo! Okay, the, yeah, might help if there weren't spots all over the glasses, right? It's because I wear them on the top of my head so much, you know, anybody with glasses pretty much does that. Okay, let's get started on our bit of Bible. Okay, so we just got through with, God pretty much ordered that all Jewish men or men that believe, you know, religious Jewish, should be circumcised, and gave the ages and etc. But, yeah, and Sarai and Abram's names have been changed to Sarah and Abraham. Chapter 18. Let me get in here a little bit. I just washed my hair and put serum on my face. This is the perfect time for a mask. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself toward the ground. Who him are we talking about here? And the Lord appeared unto him. I think we're talking about Abraham. And said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye in your hearts. After that you shall pass on, for therefore are ye come to your servant. And they said, So do, as thou hast said. So Abraham is talking to these 3 men. Abraham ran unto the herd, and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave it to a young man, and he hasted to dress it. That basically means we're going to eat some beef, okay? Oh, the fan is not helping me. God, please, make it behave. And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, Behold, in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door, which was behind them. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. I'm not sure who's talking to who here. Like, are the three strangers, are they angels? I don't know. Now, Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. In other words, she's past the age of having children. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, I am waxed old. Shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? She's saying, like, I'm not sure he can even get it up, okay? And the Lord said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? Okay, keep this in mind, guys. This is true today as it ever was. God can do anything. There is no that's impossible when you believe in God. Okay? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, for she was afraid. And she said, nay. And he said, nay, but thou did laugh. And the men rose up from thence, and looked towards Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. Oh, so he's like kind of showing them how to get where they're going. And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abram that thing which I do? Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth be blessed in him. This is a long chapter. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, and do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now, and see whether they have done altogether according to thy cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence, and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And Abraham drew near, and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Okay, the page is not wanting to stay. Will thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are within? So basically Abraham is saying, well, okay, yeah, there's a lot of wicked, but what if there's some people that aren't? You know, are you going to just punish them as well? That be far from thee to do after this manner, and slay the righteous with the wicked. That the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, I will spare all the place for their sakes. Abraham answered and said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak to the Lord, which I am but dust and ashes. Peradventure, I need to like look that up. It's P-E-R adventure. there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy the city for the lack of 5? And he said, if I find 45 and 5, I will not. If I find 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spoke unto him yet again, and said, peradventure there shall be. Okay, it must mean like, so what if there should be 40 found there? And he said, I would not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, oh, I think I'm going to have to turn that fan off and just sweat. Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. So what if there should be 30 found there? And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 good people there. And he said, behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. What if there should be 20 found there? And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. What if 10 should be found there? And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went on his way. The Lord went on his way. As soon as he had left communing with Abraham, Abraham returned unto his place. Now we're on chapter 19. Another long one. You know what? Maybe we should just leave it here. We'll read 19 next week. So right now we are at Sodom and Gomorrah. God is going to check it out. He's like, I got to go see if what I'm thinking is true. And Abraham says, you know, going down the line. So, you know, if they're all just bad, but if you find 10 righteous people in the city, would you not spare them? And God says, if I find 10 people that are actually righteous, yeah, I'll spare the city. So then God goes on his way. And you got to remember, back in these days, God actually came down and walked with man. Okay, it was not like it is now, where you just you're on faith alone. God actually came down and walked with man. Okay, so he went on to Sodom, and Abraham went home, and that's where we're going to leave it. So next week we'll find out what happens after that in chapter 20. So I'm going to leave this mask on for a little while, dry my hair. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. God bless you all. And until the next time, I hope you wake up dancing. Wake up dancing, ba-bum bum. Wake up dancing every single day. Bye-bye.